We are joined by Lauren Fox, a congressional reporter for the National Journal. Lauren, good morning.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
What an odd position we're in. It's like political theater right now.
It is.
A job you'd think everyone would want. Now everyone is suddenly saying, no, you do it. No, you do it. What's going on?
It's a very hard job. And, you know, we watched House Speaker John Boehner really struggle to unite the conference for the last nearly 5 years. And I think everyone is sort of looking at this job thinking it's not, you know, the fun, glamorous third heartbeat from the White House that it used to be. This is a really tough slog. And, you know, it's going to take a very special person to do the job. And like we've talked about, Paul Ryan is sort of, all eyes are on him, and he is not interested in taking it.
If he doesn't respond to the begging, Laura, what happens?
Well, I think what we start to see is more candidates will enter the race. Right now we have Daniel Webster, who conservatives are rallying around, and then Jason Chaffetz, who's also talking about running. He said, I won't run if, you know, Paul Ryan gets in this race. I deeply respect him. But I think a lot more candidates will get in the race, and we'll start to see that there'll be more of an actual campaign for speaker.
It's so interesting also to hear him talk about young kids. We see that often with women. This becomes a pivotal issue. He brought it up saying this should be for an empty nester, but it's sort of this new space where you hear a man actually say, I have 3 young kids.
Well, and, you know, a colleague of mine wrote a story about a year ago about Paul Ryan and how he said, you know, in a decade, you're not going to see me in Washington. This is not, I don't want to be a career politician. This is not what I aspire to do. I want to be able to be there for my kids. He lost his dad when he was young. And I think that's part of why it's so important for him to be close to his family.
One of the things that's interesting here is that, I mean, this is a very important job, and it's not a job for someone who's new on Capitol Hill. And yet the veterans seem to be just like running away from it.
Well, you know, people who've been on the Hill for a long time tend to be more establishment type Republicans, and I don't know if they're confident that they would have the votes to actually get elected to this job. You know, even Kevin McCarthy was saying, I may not quite have the votes in my party yet to do this, and that's one of the reasons he gave for not sticking it out.
Okay, well, who are we going to find in the musical chair when this is over? Who do you think will take it?
Well, you know, I think Paul Ryan is saying that he's not interested, he's not going to do this. I don't think that people are going to stop asking him, and I think in another week when the dust settles, he may be the person who arises.
But there are obviously family liabilities for him in this, but there are also potential political liabilities, are there not?
Well, right. I mean, if you're the Speaker of the House, chances that you don't have a clear record when you're running for a president, running for the White House or running for the presidency, it's impossible to think that that's possible.
Right. It could be an indication he wants an even bigger chair later on.
Exactly.
Lauren Fox, thank you so much.
Thank you. I appreciate it.